Good evening, يعطيكم العافية. Today we'll discuss the first exam material for the mathematics for 10th grade. So let's start. First of all, let's have a question about the polygon. And what's polygon? Polygon is a closed plane figure formed by three or more line segments. Here we can see the types of polygons that we know: triangle, square, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, and etc. We have to focus on the sides of each shape that describes the name that we need. Like pentagon made of 5 sides, so it's pentagon. Hexagon made of 6 sides is hexagon, and so on. Now let's talk about the pyramid. The pyramid here has its name by its base. So we can see that this one, or this pyramid, named triangular pyramid because of its base. Its base triangle, so it's pentagon. So it's about this pyramid. This pyramid is square pyramid because it has square base. This is a pentagonal because it has pentagon pyramid or pentagon base, and so on. We should know the meanings of these things or these definitions. First of all, this point at the top of the pyramid, we name it as vertex. This is the height. This is slant edge. Slant is ma'il. So slant edge. This is the face. So, and this is the base. So vertex is a point where the slanted triangle faces meet at, and it's the highest point of the pyramid. The four slanted triangle faces are these, ADV, one of them, and we can see it here by A, D, and V. This is a standard triangular face. And here we can see this is a rectangular base, so it's a rectangular pyramid. Let's continue. This is an important thing that the perpendicular distance from the vertex to the base gives us the height. So you have to memorize this. This is a very important definition. Because at the exam, maybe I will ask you about it as what's the meaning or what's the definition of the height? If I tell you if the perpendicular from the vertex falls into the center of the base, then we have a right pyramid. The slant height of a pyramid is the height of the slanted face to the height of the triangle, or it's the height of the triangle. Now, if I want to calculate the total surface area of this pyramid as the sum of its base and all the slanted faces. How's that, teacher? I'm using this as describing or explaining how I calculated by this base. I'm calculating the base area for this one. Maybe this is a square or rectangle. So it's obvious for us to see it as rectangle or square. And then if we open the pyramid, we would have 4 triangles. So all the pyramids has, when we open them, we have triangles. Be careful about that. What about this? We calculating the base area, and then we calculating the 4 often, the left or the list or the each triangles, and so on. So this is question or example about that. We can see this example. He gave us that this is side or this side is 12 centimeter. So this is square base, 12 centimeters. So this is 12. He told us this is square, so this is also what? 12, and so on. If I want to calculate the total surface area, I should know also the height here, or the slant height. it's 10 centimeter. So after explaining or after analysis the question, we can see here that we have here square base and 4 triangles. First of all, I will calculate the area of square base, then the area of the 4 triangles, and sum them to get the answer. Here we can see the homework that I gave you. I think we calculated this before, and it's easy from the previous example. Now we can move to the others. Here we can see this, and we can calculate it by this equation. I already put it for you. Oh, okay, here. Yes, this is the solution for this question. We can see that I calculated each area separated. Area 1, it's half base height. The normal area of the triangle, it's half base height. Half, the base is 10, 10.2. Okay, what I'm talking about? I'm talking about this base. So the base is 10, the height is 10.2. Now, if we move to the fourth one, I gave you as 6 and 8. 6 is the base, 8 is the height. So here, if we redraw it, we can see here that this is the base and this is the height of this triangle. Okay, this is a rectangular pyramid, and if we want to calculate it, it will be like this. Yes, so it will be like this. How? I should calculate the base area, and here I have rectangle, so it's length by width. The length here is 10, the width here is 7, so 10 multiplies or 10 times 7, I can get the base area. So 10 multiplied or 10 times 7, it's equal the base area. Then I will move to the other faces. The first two faces here and the other one in the opposite side. So if I want to calculate the face, I should know the base and the stand height. So the base here is 10, the stand height is 10 or 12.5. So half 10 times 12.5. But should I multiply it by 2? Why? Because I have two faces opposite to each other. So if I want to continue, I should calculate this face and the other face. So the base here is 7, and the other height, the stand height, is 13. So 2, it's because I have two faces, half 7, 13. After calculating them, I can see the answer, it's 286. Let's see the hardest one. Here we have hexagonal pyramid. So hexagonal, it's Sudasi, Haram Sudasi. I know that I have to calculate the base area, but for this, first thing I should do that dividing this hexagonal to 6 parts. So as I said, I have to divide it to 6 parts. Let's continue. The first part is this one. If I calculate it, I can multiply it or times 6, and then I will have the base area of the hexagon. The base here is 10, the height is 8.66 centimeters, and be careful about the units. So here, as I said, 6 multiplied half base height of the base area for the hexagonal. 6 half 10, 8.66. So this is the base area. If I want to calculate what now, should I calculate the faces? So the faces is also triangle, so 6 faces multiplied with half, 10, 14. Why 14, teacher Adham? Because if I look here, at the bases, I know that the slant height for each phase is 14. So what about this height? This is the height from the center of the base area to the top of the vertex. The vertex. And we say this is the height at this slide, and it's very important thing to know. The perpendicular distance from the vertex to the base gives us the height. Okay, so this is the first lesson, as we know. Let's continue the lesson 2. It's about the volume of a pyramid. So now the volume, basically I can describe it by this equation. It's how often 1/3 base height. What's the base? It's the base area of the pyramid. So it's the base area of the pyramid times the height of the pyramid times 1/3. And after that, we can get the equation or formula for volume of the pyramid. So it takes us 3 of the pyramid to fill the price. Here we can see it from this side, or from this example, that this is a square because it's 7, 7. The height here is 15 inch. So direct from the formula, I can get the volume 1/3 base height often base area multiplied with the height. Base area here, it's 7 square because 7 multiplied by 7. And the height is 15, 1/3, and we can get the volume of the pyramid. So the next questions, we can solve them in the same way. Here we have also the same questions or the same example almost. Here's the difference. What's the difference here? I can see direct that the difference here is the base area. Direct, I should calculate the base area. The base area here is half. The base is what? Is 1.4. And the height here is 1.2. And I calculated now the base area. This is all the base area. What about the height? The height here is 3, so it's 3 and 1/3. After that, we can get the volume as 0.8 inch cubed. We should know that the unit here is cubed. The unit for total surface area is centimeter or any other unit, but it's square, not cubed. Okay, so it's important to know the units. Let's continue, but here we can see examples and here we can see the homework. You have to solve it, as I told you. I will solve the end of this lesson something very important, this pyramid. We name it first. First, we have to name it as what? Pentagonal pyramid. Yes, yes, teacher Adham. Continue. First thing I should know that I have to calculate the base area. Here, the base area, I should divide it into 5 parts, sort of for bad drawing. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 triangles. So 5, or I can write it like this. 5 multiplied with 0.5, it's half. What's the base here? It's 14. What's the height? Height here is 9.63. So that's the base area. That's the base area. Now, if I want to calculate the total surface area for this, now I'm talking about this example 1. What should I do? It's easy to calculate it by just now I'm talking about what? The total surface area. Total surface area for this area, it's the base area plus the faces area or the faces area. Yes. So the faces area here we have 5. I will write it also 5 multiplied with 0.5 multiplied with the base of this triangles is 14 also multiplied with the height of them is 23, the stand height. So that's the area of the faces. Now we can see that if we sum the total surface area, the base area, and the other faces, we can get the answer as 1142 inch square. If I want to calculate the volume at the exam, I will give you maybe, I will give you, not maybe, I have to give you the height if I asked you for the volume. What I should do after that, I should do just 1/3 multiplied with the base area, multiplied after that with what? With just the height. That's the volume. And so on for all other examples. You can see here the examples if you want to solve them. As this is not obvious, but for me it's obvious because this is square. If I don't tell you the sides, it's just a square. If I want to change it, it will be other faces or it will be other calculations. But for me, it will be obvious or clarified as it's, and so on. So be careful about the units, be careful about your answers, be careful about summing. Don't use the calculator, and that's it. Thank you for watching the video.